Alright, so in one of the episodes that I did before, I fixed this Nintendo Switch by giving it a clean. But as you can see, this case is horrendous. So, with this Nintendo, I was not able to fix it because either the CPU or the RAM is bad. So, but you can tell it's yellowed really bad. The plastics yellowed really bad. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to see if that retro brighting process that I've seen other folks do works. So I bought me some 12% hydrogen. I'm going to put it in a clear container. I'm going to submerge the plastic bits into that after I wash it, and then we will see number one, if that stuff works, and number two, what it looks like when we're done. So I'll see you guys outside. Alright, everything's washed. All we got to do now is wait for it to dry, and then we'll put it in the hydrogen peroxide. Alright, so I've got a clear container, some hydrogen peroxide. So we are going to dump that in there, put the pieces in, and see what happens. Alright, we'll come back in a bit and see what it looks like. Alright, it's been about 2 hours, and I still see yellow. So as you can see, it's the next day. I left it sitting in the hydrogen peroxide all night long. The top looks good. The top is, for the most part, almost perfect, but the sides where no light was hitting, where no sunlight was hitting, the yellowing didn't go away. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is, what I'm having to do is place these big impact sockets to hold it down. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to use these UV lights, and I'm going to put them on the outside of this container facing inward, and then I'm going to plug it in so that all sides of the case is being hit. So I will do that and then see what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Got it all put on there. I don't want to stare at that light too long. I don't want to go blind, so we'll see how this works. Come back out at the end of the day and see if it's made any type of difference. It's cloudy outside today, or I'd just throw it out in the yard, but so yeah, so we'll see. Alright, so it's been sitting in here all day. It looks better. Looks better, but it's not complete. I still see some yellowing. So, alright, so it's still not perfect. So I wrapped this in aluminum foil, and I wrapped the lid in aluminum foil, and so I'm hoping that the light will bounce off. I saw the dude on Odd Experiments. This is how he did his retro brighting cases, so I figured he knows way more than me. So I was trying to be lazy and get it done, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this. So when we cut it on, we shouldn't have any of the light. All of the light is now contained in the retro brighting container. So I'm going to leave this setting all day, and then we'll see. We'll see what it does. It looks pretty cool, I got to tell you. Anyhow, so we'll come back at the end of the day and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Been sitting out here for about 5 hours. I'm going to pull them out and see how well this worked. And I'll get it in the house so we can see it under a lamp. Alright, as you can see, there is a huge difference in the way it looks. It was completely yellowed before, and now there is no yellowing at all on the console. And there's a little teeny bit here, but it's hard to tell. So if I had this to do over again, the first thing I would do is turn this video around so that it's facing the right way, like that, for example. If I had this to do all over again, I would have one, put the lights around the box and not use the sun. I left it sitting out in the sun for a whole day, and it got the top looking nice, but it did not get the sides of the console. So the very next day, I put the lights around that clear bin, and it didn't really do much that I could tell. And then this morning, I put aluminum foil around the box so that the light would reflect in at all angles of that box, and within 5 hours the yellowing was gone. So much better approach to doing this would be to get a clear or a translucent, or whatever that word is, translucent, I guess maybe is the correct word, opaque, maybe that's the correct word, I'm not sure, but it can be completely see-through or it can be partially see-through. Probably better to have a completely see-through box, and then wrap the lights around that, and then wrap those lights in aluminum foil, and then apply aluminum foil to the lid so that all of that light is reflecting back into the console. And if you want to take it one step forward or further, you could then get a submersible heating element that would then heat up the hydrogen peroxide, because I think it's a combination of both. It's a combination of the light interacting with the hydrogen peroxide, but it's also the heat that also plays a factor. So if you can heat up the mixture to a specific temperature, even better. So, but all in all, dude, that really worked well. I mean, that really worked very well. I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed with that technique. And there's a channel, gentleman, the name of the channel is Odd Experiments, and I guess he has a full tutorial. I've never watched it, but I just basically saw what he did, and so I kind of mimicked what I saw him do, and wow, it really works well. Another important thing, make sure your parts are completely submerged in the hydrogen peroxide. If not, you'll have splotches like this right here. That's for me not ensuring this was fully submerged in the peroxide. So next time I will be sure to weigh this down so it doesn't float back up to the top. But yeah, man, that is really cool. Really cool. Anyhow, so the experiment was a success, and I will see you guys in the next one.